There's a part of me that makes it hard to see the world today. I often turn to comfort in these times. With my freaks and my geeks, I'll walk hard into the day. Helps to say fuck the lemons and bail. The cable guy will keep me warm on Talladega Nights. When the world is feeling super bad, it makes me feel alright. The wanderlust just takes my mind off what's going on right now. Honey, I'm just a nerd for Apatow. Honey, I'm just a nerd for Apatow.
I'm Ethan Yeshaya, and this is Apatow Nerd. My guest today, Kai Brewster, is someone that I've known for a long time. We went to the same high school, but at different times because he was a few years older than me. He was like this legend in our high school, especially among the theater and choir kids. The guys wanted to be him. The girls said that he was the hottest guy they've ever seen. So when Kai recruited me to play in the local church band, it started a musical, comedic, and friendship bond that has been going on ever since 2010. Kai is a man of many talents. He has a master's in divinity from Yale, and I didn't even know that until we played at church on Sunday, and he just randomly dropped it in conversation. Oh yeah, and he plays gospel guitar. What doesn't this guy do? Here he is, Kai Brewster.
I think the first song I ever played was in that band, and it was Footloose.
It's not an easy song.
No, and I was on bass, and I just didn't know.
It took me until like last year to realize that I've never learned the bass line to Footloose. I can crush it now.
Listeners, heads, go check out the bass on Footloose. You've never noticed it, and it is the most unhinged, ripping bass line.
It's like the most gospel I've ever heard a song that is not a gospel song.
Particularly a Kenny Loggins song.
I can hum it really quick. Yeah. Now you know that I can actually play, because I mean, like college, post college, you would hire me for church, like what do you call cover gigs and church events and stuff like that.
Gigs,
and we would play that song, and I was already like, college educated on the bass and stuff like that, and I was still faking that song. And I look back and I'm like, damn, I was such a little dingus.
Not once in our entire lives playing together have you like played something on the bass and I'm like, no. Like,
really?
And certainly not on a cover gig. There are some cover bands that are like, hey, you missed that fill on the B section, and I need, that makes the song for me. And certainly there are like certain iconic things that you want to hit, but no one can sing the bass line of Footloose except for you and me. And so at any gig, if I'm playing with somebody and they're not playing the bass line, I'm like, it doesn't matter to me at all, in the slightest.
Yeah. And if you're listening and you're like, is the bass line really that crazy on Footloose? Specifically go to YouTube and search Footloose isolated bass.
Great.
And actually do that for a lot of songs, because I think a lot of people, because of the way songs are mixed or the other instruments, they kind of forget what the bass does. And like James Jamerson was this guy in the 1960s, especially, that was on a lot of songs. And he did like a lot of the Marvin Gaye songs.
Yeah.
And he has this way of playing really complicated bass lines, but he does it with such a perfect feel, and like his bass is just kind of muddy sounding. And, it's a P bass, so like the notes don't really stand out a lot. So he gets away with everything.
I mean, there are so many bass players like this. Like Leland Sklar is one I think about a lot.
Yeah.
Whoever is on, do you know who's on Footloose?
Yeah, it's Nathan East.
Okay, great. Nathan East.
It's Nathan East, but he was like 25.
Yeah, so he had something to prove.
Yeah.
But Joe Dart is the modern version of it.
Yeah, sure.
But I think there's something about the bass, especially when you're rolling the tone off, where you're like not interfering with anything else in the band except for the kick. So you can do
a lot.
And compositionally, if you're like thinking that way, you can do so much more than like me as a guitar player on a lot of sessions is just like one or two notes.
Yeah, right. Welcome to Talkin' Bass. This is Ethan, your host.
Welcome to talkbass.com.
Actually, this is my fifth or sixth episode of Apatow Nerd, and I don't think I've mentioned that I'm a bass player by trade. It's possible that some people might listen. My hope is that people will find this podcast because they like the movies of Judd Apatow and they want to hear what people think about them or just want to talk about them because it's fun. And it's so funny to me that some people might not know that I do this for a living.
Well, and you are such a studied comedian and comedy fan that like I kind of think of you in this world too. But yeah,
that's nice of you.
Hey, check this guy out. He is ripping. He was number one on the jazz charts on iTunes, if that's still a thing for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called Apple Music now, but
not to me.
No. I'd make the mistake myself. Yeah. That's part of why I'm one of the few people that uses Apple Music instead of Spotify, because it reminds me of like the good old days in like middle school when I would buy songs for $1.
When musicians could make money because each song was $1. What a joy. What
and Kai, you're a professional musician as well.
I am.
You had a day job of some sort
for about a year and a half.
But you're back to full-time music now?
Yeah, I do full-time music. I'm also doing my first professional play that will be done by the time this is out. So great plug, Kai.
Directed by Grant Sorensen.
Yeah.
Grant Sorensen was another guy that went to high school with us, and he was like just like a theater legend.
Yeah, he's unbelievable.
Really talented actor and director. Yeah.
Just moved back with his MFA in directing, and so we're...
where did he go?
Boston University.
Boston. College town, man.
College town. They're all there.
So you had me watch a film today.
I did.
Called Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
Yes. Winner of MTV's Best Kiss Award, 2007.
Wait, seriously?
Yes.
What? Okay, can I guess which one?
Yes.
It must have been the kiss between him and Amy Adams towards the end. What?
It is him and Sacha Baron Cohen.
Oh, yeah. That's they did a joke. They did like a funny thing.
We can talk about that.
Because like, come on, the Amy Adams kiss was amazing.
Amy Adams in any other movie, that whole scene is Oscar bait for best supporting actress. It is.
She is unbelievably good. She is. I was like, okay, I'll just spoil my answer to like. I was sort of disappointed because I liked it so much more when I was a kid. Yeah. And I was just kind of like, oh, this is fun. Yeah. The jokes aren't as funny as I remembered. Yep. And, it feels like some moments feel like they're trying too hard, but I still like everybody. I love the makers of this film. I love all the actors. But the third act of the film was the best because I'm going to put on my Apatow nerd hat here.
It. It's the name of the show. He said the name of the show.
I think this whole show is about my speculation of what Judd does, and it could be completely wrong every time. But I've watched enough of his stuff that I see these parallels between everything. The scene where he kind of, his dad walks away from him towards the end of the movie, like in the final third of the movie. And it's like at night on a road, kind of a busy road. And his dad walks away from him and he kind of just starts to walk away. And the camera zooms out slowly and there's acoustic guitar playing and it's like a beautiful folk song. I'm like, that's the Apatow touch right there. That's why they bring Judd onto these silly movies, because we need a little bit of that to make it a good movie.
Sure.
Otherwise it's just like, it could easily just be like silly garbage.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Yeah. I think that's kind of what makes those actors special, and then both Judd as a producer and Adam McKay as a director special, is no one is approaching this or any of those movies without depth.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, totally.
Everyone is fully committed to their character as a human being who does insane shit.
Yeah.
Rather than like, let's do goof 'em ups and then try and edit it into
it's like
a movie.
Yeah, even the silliest that Judd or a number of these other filmmakers that work on, even the silliest stuff has something special about it.
I don't know when this will be a good thing to bring up, but I want to, and maybe you can do like, maybe you can superimpose this actually, but I think this is an important context for the movie, because I've been thinking about this movie as like not only a great comedy, but the fact that it came out in 2006. George Bush is president.
Right.
Gay marriage is not yet legal. In fact, it's polling. America is polling more against than for, I believe, at this time. For
gay marriage.
This okay, and this is a pastor's prayer at a NASCAR event.
Heavenly Father, we thank you tonight for all your blessings. You said in all things give thanks. So we want to thank you tonight for these mighty machines that you brought before us. Thank you for the Dodges and the Toyotas. Thank you for the Fords. And most of all, we thank you for Roush and Yates partnering to give us the power that we see before us tonight. Thank you for GM Performance Technology and the R07 engines. Thank you for Sunoco Racing Fuel and Goodyear tires that bring performance and power to the track. Lord, I want to thank you for my smoking hot wife tonight, Lisa. My two children, Eli and Emma, or as we like to call them, the Little E's. Lord, I pray you bless the drivers and use them tonight. May they put on a performance worthy of this great track. In Jesus' name, boogity, 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 amen.
That's not from the movie?
No, that is a real pastor at a real NASCAR
What year was
race. That is 2012.
So this guy unironically somehow missed the movie Talladega Nights and then like was it?
I don't know. Yeah, I think that's exactly the point. Is like this man is not an anomaly in NASCAR culture.
Yeah.
He is chosen as the representative of NASCAR culture, and so I'm looking at this in context of Talladega Nights as not only is this a great comedy, but I can't tell if they are doing an earnest love letter to this culture or if this is the beginning of Adam McKay's political commentary career as a director.
Probably so.
Yeah. And what I am scared that Talladega Nights is also is the first manifestation of the left's derision of the Republican South, and therefore the like kickoff to Obama at the prayer breakfast is the kickoff to Trump running for president is where we are now.
Do you think that Talladega Nights brought us Trump?
I think Talladega Nights is a snapshot of the attitude that is endemic on the left towards the American South and the conservative party that gave us Donald Trump. Yes.
Wow. Well, considering, I just Googled Adam McKay because I didn't know a lot about him. I didn't realize that he was the head writer for Saturday Night Live
absolutely
from
was.
the 90s to the 2000s. And
him and Will Ferrell were there almost perfectly correlated.
That makes sense. Yeah, because they clearly have such a connection. They're having a little bit of a rift right now, but
guys, you'll work it out.
They'll work it out.
Yeah.
They're great. Yeah, clearly Adam McKay is not he's not a Republican guy.
No.
He has definitely a progressive
he also
worldview.
did Don't Look Up and Vice, the Christian Bale, Dick Cheney. Yeah. Both. Vice is a chillingly great movie.
Yeah, I liked Vice. Yeah.
And Don't Look Up is a little self-congratulatory, but
I like the message though. I mean, it was a cool.
But regardless of my opining on the historical ramifications of Talladega Nights, this movie is the beginning to me of his trying to make sense of American culture through film, because ultimately I see, the classic Apatow thing about the friendship between Ricky Bobby and Cale Naughton Jr. But I also see an American struggle against globalism through Sacha Baron Cohen's character in this as a Formula 1 driver, which is such a great throwaway line, and I'm tired of not talking about it. And then also to have, while I think in 2006 the kiss between Will Ferrell and Sacha Baron Cohen is quote unquote funny.
Yeah.
They're not necessarily playing Sacha Baron Cohen as gay for laughs, but merely trying to kind of compartmentalize all of the things that the American identity is struggling with at the time into one person.
Okay, so I actually want to bring this up because I was watching it this morning.
Yeah.
And every time Sacha Baron Cohen was on the screen, I was like, he's gay and he's French, and they're making both of those things a caricature, but they're not using typical stereotypes for either one.
He also completely physically dominates Ricky Bobby and breaks his arm. He's not effeminate. He's not any of that.
And so him and his husband in the movie, played by Andy Richter, they don't embody the gross caricature stupid what early 2000s might portray every gay man to behave like. They kind of do just another thing with it. But particularly with his Frenchness, I'm you could easily have him wearing a beret with a baguette, but no, you had him in a cool fashion leather jacket. And I was okay, that's a little different. He was reading Albert Camus' the Stranger in French while driving. L'Étranger.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one? He was drinking an espresso drink in the car.
You spilled my macchiato.
You spilled my macchiato. And it's he's so relaxed.
Yeah.
I would say you're probably a lot more intelligent than I am.
I disagree.
I really think so. You came to me with, I thought we were just going to talk about fucking.
We can talk about fucking. Is that what you were going to say?
No, just these are silly movies, but you're really coming at it with an intellectual lens, which I'm all for it. I don't know how much I can contribute today, but I might Google some stuff later. I might re-listen to this episode. And so I want you to talk all you want about this stuff.
Oh, I mean, these are just I watched it twice because I'm not an Apatow nerd, but I am a nerd.
Yeah.
And these are the things I walk away thinking about, which is what are we comfortable laughing at? What are we comfortable making fun of? How are these people treating this thing?
Yeah.
And those are the things that struck me immediately are, while there is and I want to hold this in juxtaposition as well, as while there is a send up of Southern American culture, the races are shot with such action movie detail and care that it simultaneously feels like a love letter to the sport.
Yes.
And they're so good, by the way, that Christopher Nolan has said this is one of his favorite movies.
So cinematographer Oliver Wood, he also did Step Brothers, but he also did all of the Jason Bourne movies. So those are action movies.
Yeah.
So it's always really cool to see. What I'm learning about cinematography is that if you click on a lot of these comedy movies that have a big enough budget, they'll use these amazing cinematographers that have worked on like Oscar-winning films.
Yeah.
Judd Apatow, a number of his movies have had different cinematographers, like the ones he directed, had different cinematographers that have worked on these like movies you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
And it's a smart way to use your budget in a comedy. I think Bridesmaids looks great. Like it looks great and the acting is great, and that movie will just stand the test of time forever.
It's a classic.
And this one felt like a classic to me too.
Yeah.
I think it's I'm not in the age bracket that the jokes really go for anymore. I think like middle and high school kids, and I don't mean that as an insult to the humor. I just mean that like those types of jokes really hit for like 14 to like 21-year-old
and there are
people.
So many great throwaways in there that I had forgotten about.
Yeah.
Obviously the two kids threatening their grandpa's life is a all-time classic scene. But the what is it? The only like gay joke in there, and it's not even really a joke, but they're talking about Sasha's character, and they're like, he lives with his partner and their horses, who are also
gay. I wrote that quote down too. It's really funny. And I really was thinking like I was expecting more offensive gay stereotypes or like handling his character, but it was kind of more like the whole point in the beginning was seeing these like kind of Southern, probably more conservative people that love NASCAR kind of being weirded out by this guy being gay because they probably don't know maybe a lot of gay people.
Yeah, he says, why do you have Charlie Parker on the jukebox? And the guy goes, for profiling.
Oh my God, that was a rough joke.
It was. But that's like the whole, they're painting the two sides of this.
Right.
And what Sasha is up against by entering into NASCAR.
But it kind of turned into this like, like the longer this guy sticks around and the more he proves himself as a NASCAR driver, these people are starting to kind of just accept his gayness and his Frenchness. And it's like really interesting to watch. Like the newscasters were kind of just like, they were like mouth agape. The first video that showed him like living, with his horses and his husband and stuff. But then like later on, the newscasters were just kind of like, well, this guy's pretty good. Like I was just like, oh, this is fascinating.
When Ricky gets out of the hospital and they're like, Frenchie can drive. Like, and he's looking around and he's seeing all the jackets. And I mean, that's been, I don't know how far down this rabbit hole I'm qualified to go, but that touches on something that's very American too, is that you can be other if you are excellent. Like, right?
Yeah, right.
And rather than like, that's always the first step towards hopefully radical inclusion that America as a whole takes is like the Ellen's controversy noted of the world, or like thinking back to like Sammy Davis Jr. Right? Like these were always that was the only way to get straight white men to share their space. Like that's an interesting examination in this movie, or an interesting note in this movie.
Michael Jackson got a lot of passes.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, and then later we find out he got even more passes than, I don't even want to go into. Yeah. But I just mean like he was a more effeminate, presenting man. And, he wasn't really, no one really ever gave him shit for that.
No.
Like, comparatively.
Right.
Like, he's just beloved. And it's like sometimes when people have these great gifts, but that kind of, your point was that kind of sucks, right?
Yeah.
It's like the only way we can kind of turn a racist sometimes is to show, introduce them to the right person of that race that has a cool personality. And then they're like, well, maybe they're not so bad. Or
I guess he plays the guitar good, like whatever it is. Yeah.
That's rough.
It is, but I think that's like one of the great like things about this movie as a sociological snapshot as well, regardless of whether or not they meant to do that.
Yeah.
I was really interested in that, and how none of that is necessarily played for laughs. It just so happens that these characters are ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the sight gags of reading the book or sipping the macchiato or whatever, and then holding that in contrast with I laughed so hard. I remembered him stabbing himself in the leg, but I didn't remember them going, all right, we should get a second knife to fish that one out.
Yeah, I think I missed that line. I only watched it the once. It's been a busy week, but man, yeah, there were some really good jokes in there, but there weren't enough like for my taste in a comedy. Like I just watched Pineapple Express with Joey, and I was just blown away with how like every scene had like I laughed out loud.
Yeah.
And I was
that's a Seth
good.
Rogen written one, right? Yeah, it's early Seth Rogen where he is just like firing it.
Yep.
Yeah, on all cylinders.
Seth Rogen, man, super bad, and Pineapple Express. These movies are just like every joke is so funny.
Yeah, and that is more our generation of comedy. Like, I think you're right. Like Talladega Nights was meant for either a younger version of us or like our almost our parents in a way. Yeah.
Well, can I share my origin story with you?
Yeah.
Of Talladega Nights?
Yeah.
So, well, I don't know if I might, was this a PG-13?
Yes.
So I think I saw it in the theater and I liked it and I had it on DVD. But I don't remember that. The first time I remember watching it and really being in the moment watching this movie, my dad went on tour with a really big artist. Should I say who it is?
You can.
I can cut it out later.
Yeah.
My dad went on tour with Whitney Houston.
Oh, yes.
When I was in high school.
Yeah.
And my mom went with him for a little while. And so I just had this bizarre series of like babysitters.
Yeah.
So like my grandpa flew from North Carolina to be with me for like a week.
Big
and
Talladega
my mom's
Nights fan.
friend came and stayed with me. But there was sometimes where I would have like a day with no guardian or just, like little gaps.
Yeah.
And there was this one day, it was like a Saturday, and I was home from school, and I found a Stouffer's lasagna, like a family size one, in the freezer, and 2 Corona beers.
Oh.
And I had never, this was sophomore year of high school.
Yes.
Sophomore at YZ.
Yes.
I had never drank before.
Yeah, but you're going to.
I had never drank before.
Yeah.
I cracked open those 2 Coronas and made the Stouffer's lasagna, and I watched Talladega Nights by myself.
That is like such a high school fantasy.
It was it was magical because like, I was laughing with those jokes. Dear baby Jesus,
freedom,
like all that stuff.
Freedom, couple Coronas running through your veins. Oh my God.
It was like the perfect age, perfect time. But then my mom, bless her heart, she was often really paranoid when I was in high school and when my sister was in high school that either of us would get into any sort of substance, whether it be alcohol, weed, anything. And I think she went overboard a lot, and she would like either when I came home or my sister came home, she would like, pull us into the kitchen and like under the fluorescent lights and look into our eyes and make sure they're not red. And the funny thing is my sister and I, like, for the most part,
pretty straight edge,
didn't do anything. So it's like, it was really just a lot of speculation. But so I had a lot of fear around like not seeing. So when I came home, I always had to like make sure to behave a certain way, even though there wasn't alcohol or weed in my system. But I just like, I felt like,
you're like so walking through the front door heel to toe.
Yeah. So in high school, like coming home from anywhere was tough. But what's funny is that like the one time that I drank and my mom knew about it in high school, she came home from her trip, and the second she got in the door, I don't know. I don't think I started crying, but I was just like, I drank a beer. I drank a beer when you were gone. I drank a bear. Yeah. She's like, what? Can I put my bags down? I was like, I drank a beer. I drank beer. And then she started laughing. Yeah. And she's like, I can't even be mad. That's the funniest thing. Like, can I take my coat off?
Yeah. Will you relax? God.
And then like the next couple years, I couldn't do anything. Yeah. Coming home, she had to look in my eyes, and I'm like, why didn't you look in my eyes when I literally was like,
we were past this. That's beautiful.
So that's my origin story.
Great. That's great. Yeah, my mom caught me with weed and cigarettes, and I was like, "Mama,
weed
smoke."
and cigarettes.
Yeah,
What were you like in an indie
I'm
band?
Danny Zuko. And I remember like fessing up to the cigarettes, like trying to skirt the weed charge. I was like, "Yeah, I smoke cigarettes," and she's like, "Oh, I don't care about those. Show me the weed." Like I was so mortified, but at the same time, privately, I was like, "You don't care about the cigarettes?
The cigarettes? You're more concerned about the weed? I have some websites to show you.
Well, this was maybe right around Talladega Nights, so nobody liked weed then anyway.
Yeah.
That's all I had on that story.
Okay.
Yep. What do you got over there?
Let me see.
Oh no, go on.
So I want to be really honest. I wasn't laughing very much throughout most of this movie, and maybe it was my mood. Like, there's a lot of reasons why you might watch a I've watched movies that are hilarious that I just wasn't in the right mood for, and I didn't laugh out loud. But I was kind of like, I thought I'd be like laughing a little bit more until Molly Shannon had like an orgasm. That was the funniest thing ever.
Oh my God.
That was really funny.
She's like, "You think I'm here for you? I'm here for the rumble.
I'm here for the vibrations."
Yeah, she's got maybe 4 minutes of screen time, and it's the best parts of the movie. When she's in Act 3 as well, and he's like, I can't remember what her husband says, but he's like, "We've got our big donors here, so you need to behave." And there's one of them is like a very old man, and she grabs him and she's like, "Oh, thanks for coming," and she kisses his cheek, and then she just goes, "Oh, ooh," and she just like grabs his chin and pulls him in and kisses him on the lips, and she's like, "Thank you." It's just fantastic.
I thought it was her and Amy Adams stole the movie.
Amy Adams has an Academy Award, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think
at this
so.
point. Yeah, proves it. In this movie, like from her first entrance, where she's like Mr. Bobby, and he just starts to sign her forehead. Yeah, like there's such a genuine, earnest reaction in her that I'm like, oh yeah, first of all, I forgot you're in this movie. Second, you're gonna crush it. It doesn't it didn't strike me as funny. I think because of a lot of the reasons that I spoke about earlier on, which is just like,
well, my mind just wasn't there at all. I was really just watching it as an earnest comedy. It's really interesting that you had like a socio-political view of it or something.
I didn't go into it expecting to, but the more I watched it, I mean, it's about so many things. Yeah. Like what fame does to a person is kind of Ricky Bobby's thing. The frustration of being, that can be present in being a supporting character in Cal Naughton Jr. And then you know, the cost of fame as well, like all of the sponsorships, not just like on the field, but the end of the prayer that everyone remembers, that I like the 6 pound 8 ounce baby Jesus, so I'm gonna pray to him. It ends with, and by contract, I do have to mention Powerade in every prayer. So he's like, we're so excited for Cool Breeze to come out, or whatever the flavor is. Like the
sponsorship in prayer is like what a take. Like,
I mean, there's the send up is complete in that sort of thing where it's like, Leslie Bibb going, I slaved away for hours on this, and it's Domino's and Taco Bell and all of that. But yeah, I you know, the commercialization of fame or talent or whatever, is that like talent can under capitalism is not enough on its own, et cetera, whatever. But yeah, there were so many political overtones, or like kind of like a capitalist send up also in there. And in America, we already talked about the globalization thing, that I was just like sort of sucked in from that side.
That's really interesting.
Where it was like, I watched it, and by the end of Act 1, my primary reaction was, oh no. Like, not from the comedy not holding up necessarily. But just like, yikes. Like thinking back to Obama roasting Donald Trump at the National Prayer Breakfast is like the liberal derision of Southern culture is troublesome to me.
So I don't think I quite understand. Can you break it down?
So,
there might be people listening too that need the breakdown too.
So for those of you who don't know or don't remember, there was a National Prayer Breakfast that Obama was president for, where he got up and was hilarious. It's so good. You should watch it. But he roasts Donald Trump.
I think I remember this.
And you can see that Donald Trump is not having a good time. And this is like historically the moment that people point to of where Donald Trump gets the idea to run for president.
You think so?
Yeah.
A lot of people think this?
Yes.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Because he, a lot of people speculate that he might be on the sociopathy like spectrum something, or have some kind of personality disorder or something, which at this point with his behaviors, we can totally speculate.
Yeah.
But he, it might be a thing where if he's, let's say he's a sociopath or something, has a personality disorder, he might, be really troubled when he looks foolish and might go to literally any lengths.
Well, yeah, has no sense of humor about himself.
Sure. Oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah, and so and then what is an easy thing for a populist leader in America to latch onto? And populism always needs a foundation of otherness, and something to rail against. And as a person running as a Republican, at that point in time, there was a lot of sort of almost derision in comedy towards the American South.
Yeah.
And so when
kind of making fun of Southern people.
Absolutely. Who are, and those states are, notoriously, gerrymandered and taken advantage of by Republican lawmakers. Sorry, listeners. And then the, wealthier states or more liberal states go, ha ha ha. Like if I'm doing there was a time where if if comedians wanted to portray a dumb person, they would put on a Southern accent.
Yeah, I might have done that in this podcast.
Sure but it's
partially because of the character. Like I was almost like trying to embody like the personalities of some of the characters, but I might have done that myself in this conversation.
And in some ways, that's what the movie is doing.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And so that's an easy aggrieved population in the United States to rally to your populist cry and then get elected president and fuck everyone's lives up. So that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
When I talk about this, the can't remember what I called it earlier already, but the sort of grievances that I think Southern culture would have against this movie, and then therefore the like liberal Hollywood is of course because they're making fun of them.
So you think this movie like struck a chord with conservative people?
Whether or not it did, well, that's the interesting to hold is like I'm watching it as a liberal viewer going, oh, I'm scared of this. Like I'm scared of treating people this way now. I don't think it's good to treat people this way.
You're scared of making fun of people that think differently than you.
I don't know if I'm scared of it. I did have sort of a fear response watching the movie, but I've tried to. I'll get it.
Is that my phone?
I think so.
Well, it's a good time to...
I'm going to take a pee break. Oh. What I was saying before our commercial break is I think that there is a certain derision in this movie towards Southern culture.
Right.
At the same time, having played that prayer from the NASCAR thing, it's also a very faithful representation.
I was going to say, it doesn't even feel like satire or parody. It's like, it kind of feels like what NASCAR culture really looks like to me.
As I was downstairs having a quick tinkle, what I was thinking about more so, and what I ultimately like about the movie is it is holding both what presumably the writers love about Southern culture against what they think needs to change in Southern culture.
So if that's true, there's nothing wrong with this movie.
Maybe so.
If that's true, if they're both showing some respect.
Yeah.
You know, everything in life should have a little bit of respect for it, love for it, and criticism.
Yeah,
because otherwise things that are need updating just stay the same. That I don't see anything wrong with that.
I would agree as a person now, but I also look at, you know, I don't know if the average viewer thinks that way, and I would be curious. I don't know anyone who's into NASCAR, I don't think, and I would be curious
I don't either.
what someone from like Kentucky who might be into it and doesn't have the same background as I do.
Sure.
I'm curious about what they think. And granted, like, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is in the first 10 minutes of the movie, so he clearly likes it.
Yeah. It's really hard to know.
Yeah.
I think the only way we could know is maybe ask some people that,
hey, do you like NASCAR?
you know,
Can you correct me?
Something we could Google is to find out if any famous NASCAR racers or anything like that, if they said that they really enjoyed the movie.
Yeah, well, we have the most famous NASCAR driver of all time, I think, because I know who he is, Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Yeah, he's in the movie.
But yeah, maybe there are some who are like, this is an affront.
I think you're thinking too hard about this movie.
This is the inside of my brain at all times.
So especially in 2006, like, there was other things to worry about. I don't think anyone was thinking. I think the concept of thinking hard about a comedy is new.
Yeah. So I agree with you. I don't think they were thinking about this.
Okay.
Regardless, what we choose to focus on or where we choose to point our attention or what we choose to write a whole ass movie about matters.
Sure.
And so to me, trying to get inside the head of these guys as they wrote it, and then also the way that they choose to portray this culture and how they choose to portray this culture and these people, that gives me insight into what and how they are thinking.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm ultimately trying to do, is get inside their head and then hold that up against my first reaction in 20 years later.
Yeah.
And go, oh, and my first reaction is, oh no.
Yeah.
That's interesting to me.
You know, I think the things that you noticed politically or even things you speculate about, that's all McKay.
Yeah.
I think that's all got to be McKay, because you see the work he did after that.
Yes.
It's you know, he's clearly trying to do things on a certain level.
Yeah.
Apatow, he's a deep thinker too, but I think he's a deeper thinker about people's emotions.
Yeah. I see Judd Apatow in the plot.
Yeah,
Like
I think
the,
Judd probably helped with
the relationship between Ricky Bobby and Cale Naughton Jr. That is 100% Apatow to me.
Yeah, and I think I always talk about Judd with the emotion, but I don't want to give the impression that that's all I think that he is, because Judd is also he talks a lot just about getting the jokes right.
Yeah.
So Judd's a master at crafting jokes. I mean, before he wrote on movies, he like Roseanne Barr hired him to write jokes for her stand-up routine.
Yeah.
You know, like he's a master joke writer. So like he, I think for a lot of these movies, especially the silly ones, he probably inserts, you know, these little moments of heart and emotion and stuff like that. But I think a lot of the heavy lifting Judd is doing is probably just punching up a lot of the jokes.
Yes. Or like there's a very short outtake section during the credits.
Yeah.
And what I think the power of Judd Apatow is That's where I saw him in the bloopers, is not like him choosing the best joke, because some of the things that they say in the bloopers are way funnier
Than what's in the movie.
Huh. But him going, that's funny, but that makes sense here, or that like is a character driven joke.
Did you hear him, like, his voice saying
no,
that?
No.
Okay.
But I see his influence.
I kind of cut it right at the bloopers because I had to go.
Yeah, they're worth a watch.
I didn't put the work into this movie that I did on some of the other
Clearly
ones.
I did.
No, you're carrying this one.
It. No.
Well, I definitely wrote down some quotes that I liked. Actually, can I read a paragraph?
Yeah.
I'll try to do it in his voice, but there's something I want to get off my chest, man. It's about that summer when you went away to community college. I got an offer to do Playgirl magazine, and I did it. I did a full spread for Playgirl magazine. I mean, spread, man. I pulled my butt apart and stuff. I was totally nude. It was weird. I mean, you probably didn't hear about it because I went under the name Mike Honcho, but I wanted you to know that. And if you can hear me, if it got into your brain somehow that I spread my butt cheeks as Mike Honcho, it's like I was gonna write down a couple of lines from that quote, and I was just like, that whole monologue is probably the funniest thing in the movie besides. Yeah, Molly Shannon's orgasm.
And is that one of the phone calls between them?
No, that's when he's standing over him in the hospital,
right.
thinking that he's in a coma, but he's just taking
asleep.
a nap.
I also love their it's like right after Ricky comes home and realizes like his wife has left him for Cal.
Yeah.
And then like the next scene or two later, Cal, his phone rings and he picks up and Cal goes, I think your house is haunted, man. And they're just talking and Ricky's really struggling to remember that he's mad at him.
Yeah.
But they're just like, and Cal
does that to him a couple times.
Yeah. And Cal has no notion, and this becomes the whole thing for the rest of the movie, but has no notion of why he's done a bad thing.
Yeah.
And he doesn't understand that they can't be friends.
Inadvertently gaslighting him.
In a way. And also, if you look at Cal Naughton Jr., Ricky Bobby has like trod on him his entire life, and used him to soar to greater heights. And Cal Naughton's like, well, that's what friends do.
Oh, okay.
And so in the reversal, he's like, he's done that to me my whole life, and I'm not mad. Why would he be mad at me for
interesting.
doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fascinating. I like that part where he said she says, his wife says, I decided, doctor, that I want you to pull the plug. And he says, he's not dying. He's just taking a nap.
Yeah. Leslie Bibb's so committed the whole time. How could you do this to me? I'm a driver's wife, honey. I don't work. I love it.
And then the scene where they try to get him to drive again after his accident. Yeah. And they're like, how fast is he going right now? 26 miles an hour. And then they cut to him driving, really slowly. Yeah. And I thought about that as a comedy editing device. And it's where you reveal the joke verbally before you show it. Because they could easily show it and be like, how fast is he going? 26 miles per hour. I think it's funnier that they said it and they kind of make you picture it. Like, what does that look like? And then they cut to it. Yeah. And it's funnier than what you picture.
And they cut again to him going, oh, what was that? Oh, is that the other cars? Like, they do the joke 3 times. Yeah. Which on the outside is not a good editing move. But you're right.
Oh, interesting.
Like, to me, it's like show, don't tell always.
Yeah.
But they tell, then show, then
tell
and show. Yeah.
Well, I actually want to talk about the editor. The editor is a guy named Brent White. And I just tried to find his email address, and I had a hard time because he edited a lot of Freaks and Geeks.
Okay.
And I love that show, and I just want to talk to people that worked on it. So that I'm interested in him. But he's an older guy. He might be in his early 70s or something like that. He's done a lot of movies, but he has a knack for comedy. Yeah. He's done Anchorman, 40-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked Up, Step Brothers, Funny People, This Is 40. And then he did all of Paul Feig, like 9 of Paul Feig's movies.
Wow.
So,
Hey, people say, I'm pointing at the camera for the listener, people say that film is a director's media and TV is a writer's media. I think they're both editor's media. I think if you...
that's a cool take. I like that.
I think if you don't have a good editor, your stuff's gonna be weird.
Especially comedy. I mean, and then like a lot of these young TikTokers or...
Brent White's gotta have rhythm, baby.
But seriously, I think that's why a lot of these people, like young comedians that are really good with TikTok or like Instagram, they're funny, but they're truly good at the cuts. They're good at editing. And that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Comedy has to be cut in the right way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brent White.
Thanks, Brent White. I'm gonna let you talk because you're saying these bizarre things about the dumbest comedy. You're really... I like how thoughtful you've been about this movie. I want to hear more.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I guess most of the time we're playing music together these days, so you don't get to see... someone once described me talking about things as throwing 100 ping pong balls down the stairs, which is...
It sounds like ADHD to me.
Big time. Yeah.
I was like, that sounds like my brain a little bit. But I kind of never find them. I throw all 100 of them down there, but they're just kind of gone.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they never come back. So I'm like trying to read them as they bounce. But yeah, I think so. There are so many different ways to view things, and I think it's a fun exercise while you're watching anything, and this is actually from the rabbinic tradition. It's called Pardes. You can look it up. And I don't remember all the Hebrew words, but it's what's literally happening, what is allegorically happening, what is happening in a historical context, and then what is the universal message of whatever you're ingesting.
Okay.
And so I try to watch or read things through those lenses at all times, because otherwise I'm bored.
The story isn't enough for you.
I sometimes, but also like what, for anything, like what is happening versus what is this person trying to say, and everything in between is all useful for thinking about how people are communicating with us in any sort of medium.
Sure.
And so, yeah, when I was watching this from a 2026 lens, a lot of it was about primarily the American reticence to embrace a global worldview or a global perspective. And to do that in a sport that is so American.
Yeah.
And to, have the resistance to an immensely qualified driver. Yeah. Because he does not represent the values of the culture. Yeah. And then slowly have him change the values to the point where we get... That's why I don't think the kiss at the end is played for laughs. I think, really? Yeah. I think it is Ricky Bobby saying, thank you.
What is he thanking him for?
Ricky doesn't get his groove back until he meets with Sasha's character. Why can't I remember his name?
Gerard, I think.
Yeah, Gerard. And he says, I want you to beat me. I'm going to try my best. But
Gerard says that to him. Yeah, right.
I'm going to try my best.
Because he's like, I want to go teach Hamlet.
This made me laugh so hard. I want what everybody wants, which is to retire to Sweden and develop a currency for cats and dogs.
And teach them Hamlet or something?
Or
read Hamlet to them?
Yeah.
Like it was something about like a Shakespeare play, like performed to an animal.
Great. But yeah, it's like that's the moment that gets Ricky Bobby into gear. That and Amy Adams going, don't drive for money or fame, drive for yourself, which is a very Judd Apatow thing as well.
How so?
I think there's always it's grown men acting like babies
Of course, yeah.
until something happens.
Oh my God, Knocked Up is the perfect example of that one. Yeah.
And so this is Ricky Bobby becoming an adult.
Yeah.
That's this movie's version of that, is him both driving because he loves to drive.
Yeah.
And then going up against someone who it demonstrates that, which is I can't stop doing this until I'm beaten.
Yeah.
And I came here because I think you can.
Yeah.
So that to me is like, that's the Judd Apatow in there as well.
That's really interesting.
Is the like, he's confronted by his immaturity head on by Amy Adams. And then he's confronted by his immaturity by a mature version of him.
Yeah.
Which is this guy that he has othered from the beginning.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Does it strike you as interesting that Ricky Bobby is only driven by what other people think of him? Because his whole life drive was a throwaway thing that his dad said at the like,
right.
And then he tells his dad later, like, he's like, first, not last. If you're not first, you're last.
Yeah. And his dad's like, what are you talking about?
He's like, what do you mean? Like, he's like, I must have been high when I said that, because you could be second, you could be third, you could be fourth.
Yeah.
And like, he's like, what do you mean, Dad? Like, I spent my whole life working hard to be first because you said that.
Yeah.
And then his dad, he comes back and then still doesn't come through for him. Tale as old as time for some parents that have, that connection or disconnection with their kids. But it's interesting that it's even shown through his connection to Gerard that the only thing that could bring his mojo back was trying to impress Gerard or be better than Gerard. And it's never about him. You know, it's like,
well, and I don't know if it's necessarily trying to impress Gerard. It's just someone
trying
he
to
ultimately
be the best.
respects going, I believe in you.
So was that what that was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Gerard was like, no, I think you are
I think
great.
you are the only one who can beat me.
You're the only one that can beat me.
I don't think you will, but you're the only one who can.
So was that his first taste of a father figure or like
Maybe
male approval that he
Yeah.
was really searching for?
Yeah. And or gave him like more a cleaner fuel to burn on than if you're not first, you're last.
Yeah.
Which is another boys becoming men sort of thing. There's a great book. It's unfortunately a Christian book if you're not into that sort of thing, but it's by a guy named Brian McLaren. It's called Falling Upward. Or no, it's Richard Rohr.
Richard Rohr.
And it's about what is universally true, which is what got us here will not get us there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you are in this life stage yet, but I'm currently in a place where the thing that fueled me to this point is not useful to me anymore. The sort of like, oh, I wonder if I can get better at this. I wonder how good I can be as a musician or whatever. I'm not as interested in that anymore.
Interesting.
And so trying to figure out what is going to fuel me in my life, both creatively and as a human being, is an interesting challenge. And I think that's the life stage we find Ricky Bobby in as well, which is, well, number one, his fear gets in his way, but then also figuring out why he drives. If you can be second, if you can be third, why does he want to win?
Right.
What's that for? Back to that childlike, I want to go fast. I want to go fast.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
Man. See, this is why you watch a movie like this with Kai. Well, because like I was sort of worried. Like I was like, how am I going to talk about this movie when I'm like sad or like mad at myself for not enjoying it more? And I like also like wasn't in a super goofy mood before recording today, and I was like, is that going to affect our conversation? But But this was good because it was like, oh, I forgot that these things can be even, you can even kind of get even weirder with them. And
yeah,
because I like talking about the Apatow of it all, and like the, you know, creating real moments in absurdity and things like that. But I feel like you took it, you kind of even zoomed out a little bit from that, and that.
Yeah. Well,
it's really interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. I like things that people make. And I think the things that people make give us a window into what they're thinking or feeling if we look hard enough. Yeah.
Certainly with Adam McKay, there's definitely more to, inspect.
Maybe. I would be so thrilled if I got to meet him someday and he was like, I just wanted to make a stupid movie about cars.
But you know, it's the Paul Thomas Anderson of it all. Like Paul Thomas Anderson, when he made Punch Drunk Love, I think he said something like, I was just making a rom-com.
Yeah.
And it's, to all of the rest of us, it's like the weirdest, most like, I think it actually is my favorite movie of all time. It's so interesting and it's so weird.
Yeah.
But to him, it was just a rom-com. And so maybe it's the same with McKay, where it's like, he kind of can't take that part of himself away. He can't take that like,
this is a great point,
world critique part of himself. And even in the silliest stuff, you're going to see a piece of that.
Well, and I think this is really a disparate connection, but I'm going to make it anyway. We really like put a lot of weight on Shakespeare. And I had a Shakespeare teacher who did a whole lesson on, so what do you think Shakespeare's intent was when he wrote, "But soft, what light through yonder window breaks" was? And we talked for an hour about that, trying to get at the symbolism and the poetry and all of that. And at the end of the class, this was the head of voice at the Royal Shakespeare Company, Andrew Wade. He goes, he wrote that because they performed their plays in the daytime. And he had to illustrate that it was night and that there was a candle in the window.
Oh, so it's a scene setting.
It is a purely, Andrew Wade argued that it is a purely functional piece of dialogue.
It's a functional line.
Yes. However, that does not take away from the expertise with which it is done, in my eyes. And so there is poetry to it.
Yeah.
But the function is to do this.
Yeah.
And because Shakespeare is Shakespeare, this has poetry to it and a certain poetry to it.
Yeah.
And so when we do explore those things, we are still talking about the person, even if it's just like even if he's just trying to make a rom-com, there's still PTA in there. And so there's still depths to explore.
Yeah.
And even though he might not see them because it's the water he swims in all the time.
It's the water he swims in all the time. That's nice.
Thanks. I think that's a modulation of a David Foster Wallace thing where it's the two fish.
Yeah. His famous graduation speech. Yeah. I saw a YouTube video while you were on your way here. There's a guy named Patrick Willems on YouTube, and he made a video about the McKay film universe. And he referred to it as smart, dumb comedy.
Yes.
But he makes an interesting distinction between McKay and Apatow. Which I'm like, they both worked on this stuff, you know, like Step Brothers, this one, Anchorman together. But he made a distinction that Judd to him is more like grounded in reality. He referred to him as a raunchier James L. Brooks or Woody Allen. Yeah. And that what's
hard to get raunchier than Woody Allen, am I right?
Yikes. But he says that in the McKay films, especially these like sillier ones, it doesn't take place really on Earth. It's really it's a universe where everyone's a moron.
Yeah.
which is a different sensibility than Judd's. And I wonder if they bring someone like Judd on to a film like this to add some of that grounding.
Sure.
I don't know.
I don't either. And it's what I like about the smart dumb comedy is like Ricky Bobby is very articulate also.
Yeah.
And Cal Naughton Jr. Everyone is extremely articulate.
Yeah.
And they're just making stupid choices.
Yeah, that's why when you were saying like it's making fun of Southern people for being stupid, I think there is some of that, but I've seen movies that do that a lot harder.
Oh, big time.
This one I'm like, oh, everyone's fairly intelligent, etc. Yeah.
Minus the using a second knife to dig out the first knife.
I wrote down a quote, but I'm trying to remember what it even means. They do everything together, even doing a toilet. One single... Oh, is it the French guy?
Yes.
They do everything together, even doing a toilet. One single plop. It was the twins.
Yeah.
And then he says, I don't want to hear about them doing a toilet. Elvis Costello and Mos Def were...
Oh, yeah. They're at the dinner.
Just sitting there
at the
table.
Lunch,
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize that was Elvis Costello, but yeah, I clocked Mos Def immediately. I was just like, it must have been so fun to be in this scene at that time. Is the other thing that kind of I loved about the movie is like Jack McBrayer's in it.
Yeah.
Like all sorts of Jane Lynch. We haven't even talked about her yet. She's great. She's given almost nothing to work with and is just crushing it.
I thought Jane Lynch, she played the grandma character. I thought she really looked gorgeous with her long gray hair.
Yeah.
It's a look I've never seen.
Yeah,
her, and she always has like kind of
highlights.
short, spiky blonde hair. But I was like, wow, she really looks pretty as the grandma.
Great. It's great.
And she was a great character. She was a character we needed because those kids were little shits.
Oh
and
my
I'm a
God.
school bus driver, man. So I'm already tired of these.
Anarchy. I don't know what that means, but I'm doing it.
Man. Are you asking me for a divorce? Yes, 2 Christmases.
As a child of divorce, I was like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. It was beautiful.
Oh, and then the scene where he is reading the French, original translation of Albert Camus' The Stranger. There's a beautiful French version of Paint It Black by Rolling Stones playing in the background.
That's what that was.
Yeah. It was really nice.
Yeah.
It was like a French woman singer. Awesome.
So great.
I don't have much more to say about this movie.
So what have you watched so far?
Okay, so I have watched Anchorman, Pineapple Express, Walk Hard, and fuck.
Are you looking for Talladega Nights?
That's the one we just watched. Wait. Which one did I... Wait, Morgan was Anchorman. Nick was Walk Hard. Joey was... this is my...
This is the fourth?
Is this only my fourth?
Maybe.
I thought there was another one.
I don't know. You might have just watched one for fun.
I don't think so.
Okay, I was going to ask where this movie sits for you, but I don't love rankings, and I think I already know. Also.
Yeah, no. So far, I would rank this the lowest of the ones I've watched so far, because Pineapple Express was like such a surprisingly enjoyable.
Oh, it's so good.
It was really good.
Yeah.
My critique about that one, it was too much action. And I said it on that podcast, but I thought that the action scenes were really good.
Yeah.
But sometimes there was so much going on in them that you actually lost some of the jokes. And if you like slow it down and think about what they said, the jokes are so funny.
Yes.
That Joey and I actually agreed that those scenes that are kind of quiet moments are like the best in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're
both tremendous actors.
And then Walk Hard was like, it was depressing watching it because I was like, this would have bonded my family.
Yeah.
Growing up. My family is like, we're a musician household. Yeah. And like, that movie it was perfect. I was like, why didn't I watch that when I was a kid?
The last time I watched it was after the biggest tour of my life, and it was so cathartic and also like
depressing a little bit.
Yeah, also like I think I'm living this.
Oh my God.
It was great. So fun.
No, man, that one was amazing. Yeah, it's this will be a really interesting. I might be like sick of Apatow by the end of this. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Like, I might need
know.
to take an Apatow break
Once
after
you
this.
get to funny people, what are you going to do?
Well, Funny People, I'm recording that pretty soon.
Are you?
I really do
Funny
like
People too.
Funny People too. I really do like Funny People.
Funny People's fine.
People really rag on its runtime.
What is it?
It's long. It's like over 2.5 hours.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and the third act, a lot of people don't like the third act.
Yeah.
But I don't care. My thing is like,
we're running out of concepts to explore in 90 minutes. We got to branch out.
my thing is like, people have no problem with like 75 seasons of ER, but they can't handle a 2.5 hour movie. You know, part of it is like I don't even know if that's a good enough take for you to snap your fingers at. But
in a world where Netflix is telling people they need more like explaining auditorily of what's happening so that people who are on their phones can understand what's going on, holding that in contrast to what you are saying, which is like people will watch 75 seasons of ER.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think our attention span is an issue. I think the attention to what is an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think your most valuable commodity that you have is your attention. Look at how much people are paying for your attention. This video is sponsored by Domino's Pizza because of your attention. Be deliberate with your attention.
Yeah.
Great. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. Speaking of attention, I do have to leave soon.
Okay.
So I don't know how you normally wrap these up, but I must.
I love you.
I love you.
Thank you for your takes, and thank you for choosing a movie that I needed to watch.
Yeah.
And now I'm ready to watch other ones. But
I'm so glad.
Nonetheless, it was good.
We both went into it going, I remember enjoying this movie a lot, and then didn't. And I think there is value to examining a variable or a constant so that we can recognize the variables within ourselves.
Absolutely. Yeah. It there were some good jokes in there, but I wanted more.
Yeah.
I wanted the jokes to be funnier, but turns out that wasn't the point. Apparently it is the reason why we have Trump now. And so I guess we have
That's a hot take.
We can thank this movie. No, I'm just
we
kidding.
need to do another couple hours to really unpack that, but I don't think it helped.
It's really, what a take.
Yeah.
I just don't even, I'm just flabbergasted. So Kai, it's been a pleasure, man.
Oh, same. I love you. It's
love
great
you,
to see you. I mean, we're always wearing headphones when we see each other now.
Yeah.
But it's nice to talk to you.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. I love you. Bye.
All right. Love you. Bye. Apatow Nerd is created, hosted, recorded, edited, and mixed by me, Ethan Yeshaya. The lovely theme music was written and recorded by my dear friend Nick Costa. If you can connect me with someone who's worked with Judd Apatow or have an Apatow-related story, please send me an email at apatownerd@gmail.com. Stay curious, be funny, and we'll see you next time.
see